turning the yarns in tow. Through Alberta's fields where the wild winds blow. Connie threads tales with Helen spin. Kim's got the tea, let the chatter begin. The Abbey acts, they weave the sound of yarn and fiber all around. Knit one pearl, one story's flow. Tales of stitches everywhere we go.
We send questions, but they go out the window very quickly.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
We see lots of squirrels.
Yeah. And rabbit holes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand that very well. Very, very well. Yeah.
So tonight we have Tara from That Yarn Habit visiting us. Yay! It's the nice thing about the internet is you can be anywhere and everywhere, which we all are anyway every week. But it's
Absolutely.
Nice. It's nice when we can have special friends on as well.
Well, thank you for having me.
Well, I know this is not something you're normally doing, and we appreciate you taking the risk and joining us.
So I appreciate you asking me and getting me out of my bubble. I'm a pretty private person because I'm really shy. So yeah, it's nice to do something new.
Okay. Well, I know we sent you some questions to sort of prepare you, get you a little relaxed. Like I say, they'll go out the window very quickly.
Okay.
But the first question I know we all want to know is, why and when did you start that yarn habit?
Okay, so I started that yarn habit in September of 2018. But how it had originally come about, the idea anyways, was I was a florist for a very long time. And I got pregnant with my youngest, and I was like, I don't want to do this with two kids. I had one child and did the flower industry, so like long days and nights, Christmas, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Thanksgiving, and I was like, I don't want to do this with two children. So when I got pregnant with my youngest, Layton, I decided I'm going to open a yarn store. That was what I originally started out to do. And then we found out while I was pregnant with Layton that he had a medical condition. So he had a diaphragmatic hernia, which is one in, I want to say 250,000 people have it. Like, it's quite rare. So being pregnant with him, I had to go on medical leave because I couldn't even lift the garbage can or even a dozen roses anymore. So I went on medical leave, and I was like, I can't open a yarn store. Like, this is crazy. We don't know what being in Grande Prairie means, traveling to Edmonton for doctor's appointments. So we didn't know what our life would look like after he was born. So that went on the back burner, and my mother-in-law actually said to me one day, you have color theory knowledge from being a florist. I studied it in school. Why don't you just play with dyeing yarn? So I did it from home. And Layton was born, and he had surgery at 3 days old, but he's fine now. He's outside causing terror in the front yard. And
Scotty.
So then it was like, you know what? I'm gonna do my yarn. I'm gonna put it online. I had a friend push me, like, you're ready, do it. So I did it in September of 2018. And just from there, from festivals like Prairie Fiber, Peace Fiber in Dawson Creek was my very first market ever. I had just a little table. And I was able to make something out of it. And with the kids, they helped me. And it's just nice to put thought to art, I guess, to yarn, to be able to create something, and something for my children that they enjoy helping me with. So maybe one day they'll want to work with me and take over, maybe, hopefully. Never know.
Have they come up with any of your color lines?
They help a lot. So there's a new one that's coming out tomorrow, K-pop Demon Hunters, which is Leighton through and through. He has been my advisor, naming, helping pick colors. Yeah, he vetoed some ideas, and yeah, so he's really helped. Tucker did the Minecraft colors. That was his when those
Nice.
came out. That was totally him. Yeah, so they and they he Tucker helped dye his own yarn for a sweater. I knit them Christmas sweaters. Tucker came in
Oh,
and he dyed the yarn. So it's nice to include them in it sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I suspect K-pop Demon Hunters will be pretty popular. My granddaughter's 7 years old and is absolutely addicted. So,
Ish. I have it here somewhere I can show you. I just don't know where I
ooh,
put it in the chaos of moving my setup. Give me 1 second.
yeah, no problem.
Okay.
We don't say no to special previews.
Exactly. We never say
Oh,
no.
we told you we had a secret guest.
You just never know what's going to happen on our
Right.
podcast or
Oh.
us, period.
So I shared some of these, but one of them I haven't shared yet. So this one is I Heart Derpy, who's the mythical creature in the show.
Nice.
And these are all on my fingering 80/20, so they will be on my DK weight as well.
Nice.
This one is the Saja Boys Your Idol. So it's mostly gray with pink and a tiny bit of purple. But I'd say 2/3 of it is the gray, which will be nice. It'll work up with like a tiny little strip of color.
Nice.
This guy is Soda Pop, which is one of the songs. So it's a little bit softer. Pinks,
Mhm.
purples, yellows, blues, greens. This guy is Huntrix Don't Miss. So this is for the three girls of the band or the group.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
So purples again, pinks to match their hair, some dark purple, and some yellow. And then this one I haven't shared it. I think this one's my favorite, but I don't know. It changes every day. So this is Set You Free. So it's
Oh,
purple, pink, and blue.
That is beautiful.
Oh.
Is that the song near the end? Is that the one?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
See,
Yeah.
Grandma's been watching too much K-pop Demon Hunters.
you going to do a golden as well?
That's the one I got in trouble for not having. So I think I'll have to add that one a little bit later, but I will definitely do it because I definitely need something golden, obviously, right? That's the most popular song.
If you do it with some Selena, it might help it sparkle.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That's a
Yeah.
good idea.
Does Selena come in gold?
I'd have to look. I think so.
That'd be
I
cool.
think it does.
Yeah.
That'd give you your gold for sure. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit about the K-pop Demon Slayer just before you came on, actually, because Connie's granddaughter is really into it. But from my perspective, I was real excited because it's actually produced or directed.
Where was my article here? Maggie Kang is the creator and director, and she was raised in North York, which is part of Toronto.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So it was,
She's a
so
Korean Canadian.
Very cool. That I didn't know. Leighton will be excited to hear that too.
Yeah.
So woman power again, and she's already there's been asked to do a second one.
Yep.
I
Just
think
been some
2
excited. I
and
was
3.
excited to hear that. So.
Mhm.
And I saw
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
about sing-alongs at movie theaters, and they made a list that was recently out of 11 shows you should let your children watch, and they were
Yeah.
focusing on the themes of that particular program. I was kind of impressed to see it on the list because I was like, oh goodness, what's this new obsession? Oh dear.
Yeah. I know it's always hard, hey, but the kids love it and they sing and dance to it, so that's nice.
My
Yeah.
husband was reading the other day that apparently it's reviving CD sales.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. Cool. That was one thing that really got me interested actually in your yarn was the themed colorways like this.
Mhm.
The
I
first
do
one
them
caught my eye
often.
was Yellowstone.
Right. That was a popular one for sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I always have a hard time, like it's been a while since I have come out with one, so it was nice to find this, something that as soon
Mhm.
as we started watching it, I could just see the endless possibilities, right?
Right.
So
That's what I was going to ask is how do you pick them? Yeah.
so Supernatural and Friends, two
Mhm.
of my absolute favorite shows that I watch over and over and over again. So those ones were just pretty easy for me to
Mhm.
come up with
Exactly.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um and then the other ones, like I was asked for the Yellowstone and I was like I can do it. I can see it. And once I started dying and thinking of names, it really got me into it and I had to slow down because I could have kept going, right?
Why,
There's so many
yes.
characters. Yeah. Um but I'm always looking for like recommendations. Like I'm happy if someone says recommends a like you should watch this show. It's popular and I think you'll binge
Are
watch
you
it, which is what I
thinking
say.
about Are you thinking about maybe doing another line for when the Harry Potter show comes out?
So I love my Harry Potter colorways. I'm so nervous to promote them because I don't want to hurt anybody by like I don't want to offend anybody. Um but I think they could use a little revamp and a little push back out.
People have the
I'm a
option to buy
Potterhead,
them or
so
not.
yeah.
That's the thing. And you know what? Like my kids, they Tucker has ADHD, and
Mhm.
reading was really hard for him. He's 12 now, but it was hard for him. And to get him
Mhm.
to read, we read Harry Potter together. And he did his first school book report in grade 4 on Harry Potter, and the teacher said it's the most he's ever written anything. And it's
Mm.
hard to not, like it's important. It's special to the family now, so it's hard to.
Exactly. And
It got a
there's,
whole generation of kids reading.
yeah,
Absolutely.
it's definitely
It's
one of those things that becomes fond like that. I know one that's big in our house because it got our son readings, Calvin and Hobbes.
Right.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or Captain Underpants. I took my friend's youngest brother to the library when I was babysitting him. The kid at the time was video games were his main focus.
Right.
And reading him Captain Underpants, all of a sudden the kid wouldn't put books down.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It You just have to, if you find that book that catches their interest,
Sometimes you
that's the
have
important
to
thing.
separate the creator from the art.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree completely. I
Yeah.
agree completely. Yep.
Sometimes politics don't go with things that are beloved. Times
Yeah.
change. What are people going to think in another 200 years?
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean,
Yep.
hey, you can always do some, if you wanted to do that fandom, do them fan fiction.
I
Like,
I
see,
agree.
the author of Manacled has a book coming out this week
Okay.
Hmm.
that she has written, and it's based off her fan fiction of Manacled, which is kind of a crossover between Harry Potter and The Handmaid's Tale,
Right.
Oh,
but it's a Dramoni based fan fiction. She's actually now taken it offline. Um, but there's still places you can find it to listen to it. Like I know it's on Spotify to listen to.
hmm.
But a
Hmm.
fan fiction line could be interesting.
Absolutely. Actually, that's a good idea because I love the conspiracy behind any TV show, movie, book.
Mhm.
I love it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Question: would you do a custom color if someone had a picture or an idea that they really wanted to have? Would you be or is that just too much work to do a one-off?
No, so I have done custom work for people. I do not have a problem. Um, it something like as long as we can discuss it too and kind of hopefully get on this like ho- understand each other, because I would hate to do it and then someone be like, that is totally not what I had in my brain.
Yes.
So
Right.
like so I will work with people, and photographs, absolutely, like TV shows characters, absolutely. I've had people reach out to me with, I really like your base, but can you duplicate this colorway of somebody else's? Absolutely not. First of all, I die the way I die, and I can direct you to people, right? I can look at a lot of yarn and go, that's so and so's yarn, so go check them out. They have beautiful colorways and great, everybody has great bases. Like
Yes.
everybody does. Um,
Well,
Go ahead.
yeah, and I mean, we had talked to the husband of Rose Hill Yarn, and even talking to her, and like they said, they have no problem teaching people how to even dye their colorways,
Right.
but they can show you their exact formula, and it may not turn out the same in your house because there's different factors. Your water could be a different acidity,
Yeah.
and that will impact the colorway.
Absolutely. I teach at my store. I teach a dye class.
Really?
I do two different styles. I do a sweater quantity dye class, and I do just a single fingering skein. We just do it in a mason jar. So we're just playing with like color and describe, talking about how, like, this, how to set it, the heat, everything, how that changes. But with the dye class, I had a lady come to a dye class with a mini from my Advent, and she said, I want more of this. And I passed her my recipe and my notes, and I said, like, I helped her dye it so it looked exactly the same way. I do
Nice.
not have a problem at all. And I would have happily dyed it for her too. I've done that. I've had people message me that got what did I do last year? Wizard of Oz. My main color, they're like, I need more of it. And I said, I can't guarantee it'll be the same, because when I'm dyeing for Advents, it's lots and it's quick. So my notes are very like scribble. Um, but so I dyed her 5 skeins so she could knit a blanket, and she said no, it's perfect. She used the one from the Advent for the border, and
Mhm.
yeah, so then it didn't really matter that it wasn't. She said it looked exactly the same, so that's good. But again, I can't see it anymore too, and that was almost a year ago that I
Right.
dyed it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm. Well, it sounds like it's just a real family affair, which is lovely.
It really is. I mean, in August, I went to a family event and my husband had to work, so he couldn't come. So he worked at the store on the Friday because he was off. He was off his job Friday. He worked the store so I could leave a day early, and yeah.
Nice.
Great.
Yeah.
So your store is in Grand Prairie. What
Yes.
hours are you open, just in case people are listening and want to come visit you?
Absolutely. So I'm downtown on the main street and I'm open Tuesday to Thursday from 10 to 4, Fridays from 10 to 7, and then Saturdays from 11 to 4. Um, and I'm also, if like anybody's coming from out of town on a Sunday or Monday, send me a message, because honestly, I'm probably there anyways. I'm dying. So, yes, if I'm around, I'm happy to open or come down and meet anybody. So, yeah, just don't be afraid to message, because I'll say no. If I'm busy, I will say no. You're not going to interrupt anything. If you would have messaged me last Sunday, I was sitting in the rain in a fishing boat, so I wouldn't have been able to come to the store. But
How many shows do you do in an average year?
no, it's been a while since I've done one. Like I did Wednesday when it first came out. I didn't do anything for the second season.
Hmm.
Bridgerton, every time a new season came out, I did a new colorway. So the collection
Lovely.
is at 7 right now. So it just depends. And then Advents, I tend to stick to movies, but so I do 2 to 3 Advent themes a year.
Mm.
And then just whatever, I don't know. So for me, it's like a mood, and that's why I have such a range of colors, because I can go from being in the mood for bright, like neon, Woodstocky vibes
Right.
to dark and moody. So I mean, I have a wide range of colors.
That's
and
something
I
for
think
everybody then.
absolutely, yeah, yeah.
Yes, I have my Oilers yarn. I'm eyeing it up to get those socks on. So
Yes.
I'll have to ask you later what pattern that was that you did the demo of them in.
I'll have to look because I always have to look at the sock to refresh my memory of what it
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
But I thought I'd knit them during Oilers games this year. So
Smart. The picture, the one picture that I share often, it's
oh,
someone knit them. So they have season tickets and she was knitting them at the games, had them finished for playoffs. And so she was wearing them.
I want to know how she got her knitting needles in.
I don't know, but yeah, she was knitting them at the game.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to ask my son about that. He's in fan experience at Rogers Place. So
Oh no.
yeah, no, but I'm curious. So like, if they
Yeah,
let you bring that kind of thing, mine are going all the time.
absolutely.
Have yarn will travel.
Right? I take my yarn with me
Always.
everywhere. Yeah. That's the only
Mhm.
place I haven't tried though is Rogers. So
Well,
Do you ever look at any lines of just minis?
of the shows or just of
Yeah, yeah,
anything. So all my shows I do in mini sets. So they're depending how like it's a 22-gram mini of each colorway in a set. So I do that for all my shows. And then I always dye a few extra and they're on my shelf. So again, if it's like message me, like I just
yeah.
wanted one.
No, here, I had a thought
oh dear.
Uh-oh. Here it goes.
that
I
you
had a
could
thought.
do, like a reading series where do a mini to represent different books to knit up a bookshelf blanket.
Oh, that's a wonderful idea. I could brain thinking. Yeah, no, that's a
Yep.
great idea.
You could do them, kids books, young adult, fantasy.
That I really like that idea. That would be good.
Sorry, like I said, I had a thought.
See,
I
this
am
is how
looking
these
good. Yeah.
things happen.
This
Yes.
is how we get into all the trouble we get into.
How do you think we became who we are? Yes.
Hey,
That's
I
right.
get it. My
Yeah.
husband always loves when I say I have an idea. He rolls his eyes because it usually means he has to build something like a store. So,
Yeah, the
I
last
was
time I said that
thinking
to my
about
husband, he's now going, when am I taking down walls?
oh yeah. Well, so the store that I'm in now, it almost looks like a bowling alley.
Interesting.
It's narrow and long. It's not narrow, but it's very long. And I told him I'm like, you need to build a wall, but just a like chest height
Half wall.
wall so that I can die but still see the store, but then people
Mhm.
stop, like they know where to stop.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he was down there late one night building me a wall because he couldn't do it during the day or it would disrupt the businesses next door because it's downtown is just one like long strip of building basically.
Oh,
Ah,
okay.
Yeah,
So
I
he,
must say I have not yet been to Grand Prairie, so
yeah,
well, on
I
your
feel a
bus
road
tour,
trip coming.
yeah.
ah,
A friend of mine lived there for a few years when she was in high school, but I haven't been there yet.
Okay. It is a lovely town if you are into outdoorsy stuff.
mm-hmm.
Like there's lots of beautiful hiking trails and bike trails around. There's a few lakes, springs. We fish a lot. Um, but then it's just like box stores and I mean it is an oil field town for sure. So
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, but we enjoy it.
There's nothing wrong with outdoorsy.
That's
No.
right. And I am not outdoorsy. My husband is, my kids are. I just bring my knitting.
That's outdoorsy, isn't it?
It is. I took knitting. I went fishing on Sunday with my little brother, because he's like, I want to go fishing, and I was like, I'll go, which because it means 6 a.m. and it was supposed to be cold and rainy, and I said that's fine, I'll go, and I brought my knitting. But then he said to me, how are you gonna fish and knit at the same time? I'm like, I don't know, I'll figure it out. But it rained the whole time, so I was like this. I'm not knitting,
Oh.
I'm cold. But we had fun, so.
Well, that's good.
And I got to knit on the drive out and the drive back, so that's
Well,
what
there
was.
you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So for an
Yes, that's
event
going to be the
like,
thing about.
go ahead, Helen.
I was going to say it's like going out to Jasper this time. I'm going to be driving, so I won't be able to knit.
Right. When we went to the Prince George market, so my mom comes with me to a lot of my markets, and she just drives because it's just, I don't know. I don't know why she drives. She just insists on driving. I do the city driving, she does the highway driving, and I get to knit. But when we went to Prince George, I drove there, I did the city driving, and I drove back, and I'm like, this is not fair.
For something like the Prairie Fiber Festival, on average, how many hours does it take you to prepare for a show like that?
Hours, I don't know. So it's hard now with the store.
Right.
I don't know how many hours I put in, but I'm usually prepping for about, like, I start 3 weeks before.
Oh,
And
really?
then, yeah. But so, like, I'm not dying the whole time because I'm at with the store, it kind of breaks it up.
Right.
But and I go in almost every day
Right.
just to make sure, especially with the store, that there's stuff at the store
Yeah.
and stuff with me to come. I still bring most of it with me, and like, there's not as much of my yarn at the store when I'm away. Um, but I don't bring it all. So yeah, it's
Oh, 3 weeks in advance. Wow, that's a lot of preparation, a lot of planning for sure. The other thing I was curious about was how you came up with your vending machine.
so there is, I follow a tattoo parlor on TikTok, and
Oh, yeah, I,
people go, yeah, and people go, and they have the gumball machine with the little
mm,
tiny little balls. Um, but I thought that is such a cool idea. And who doesn't love, you get a deal. So
Yep.
it's $5 for the machine.
Yep.
The mini skeins are 7, and then needle stops, everything goes up. There's a couple coupons in there for like a free skein of yarn. Um, so it's definitely worth the gamble.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that how hard it would be to find a vending machine, like a gumball machine that had, because I mean I had to have mine I custom ordered mine because I needed the balls to be a certain size to fit the yarn. So
Okay,
Oh,
so the
yeah.
idea came before the machine. I wondered if you had gotten
yes,
the machine or come across it and then said, "Hey, do you know what I could
no,
do with that?"
no, I the idea came, or like the inspiration came from the tattoo parlor, and then it was going to the mall and the grocery stores and checking out all the different machines and buying the little keychains to see how big the ball was, measure the ball, see if yarn would
Right.
fit. Yeah, so it was a little bit of work, but it was
Yeah, it's such a
definitely
unique
fun.
idea.
Thank you.
Yeah. I know
And
I've
I
had
love
to
it.
try it.
I had a lady, she comes to different, she's been to Dawson and she's been to Prairie, and I've I've maybe she was at Olds and then at Lacombe, but she always does the machine first, gets a mini skein, and then finds a full skein to match it so she can knit a pair of socks. So every time I see her, she brings her socks that she knit from the last time she was
Nice.
there. Yeah, and I just thought that's so cool. Like, I just love that.
Yeah, that is lovely.
Yeah.
and that's her show tradition.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So you had it at Lacombe?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
How did I miss that? I was too busy
Because you
talking.
were shopping before anyone was there.
I was, when
Oh,
when you came Friday night when I was setting up, it might not have been set up yet.
No.
no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. But no, it's
That's
always right in the middle of my booth. I even it was there in Olds though when I saw you, because it was right in the middle of my booth
yeah,
and there was a
yeah.
little opal hiding in it.
Yeah, I know, because I got a pink mini skein.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I did. Oh, I was so busy on Saturday with everybody there and talking. And
Do not feel bad. I have a customer who's become a friend that when I moved to my location, that's just my store. She said, "Oh, I love this." And I said, "Linda, I've had this for years." Like it was at the other store too. You just didn't see it because now it's in a yarn store, it's more visible, right? As a standalone
right.
piece. But
Right.
yeah. Yeah.
So you were saying that when you come to a show, your stuff comes with you. Does that mean you carry other yarn as well?
At the store I do. So I carry mostly mine. I would say like 60% of my store is that yarn habit. And then I
Okay.
also carry knitting for Olive from Denmark.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I do Queensland. I really like Queensland, especially their cottons. So I carry some Queensland yarn. And I do have a couple other indie dyers in the store. So I have some Polka Dot Creek. I have Turtle Pearl. She's actually lived in Grande Prairie, but then moved back to New Brunswick, where she's from. So
Mm-hmm.
so she's got some Alberta inspired colors and then some New Brunswick inspired colors. And Frankie Gray. I carry Frankie Gray in the store, a little bit of that. So it's a little
Wow.
bit of everything, a little bit of like different price points, and
Right.
I'm really hoping to get into a little bit more specialty or just like unique fibers, like more um different types of wool, different like alpaca, yak, that kind of thing. So hopefully
Mm-hmm.
one day I'll have all that in the store too.
Did you talk to the yak farm while they were at the show?
No, I did not leave my booth.
Oh,
I
okay.
was going to say you were
They're
pretty
down
big.
in Wildwood now, so
Okay. I didn't know that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have
Yeah,
to
we're
check it out.
hoping to try and stop in on our way to Jasper. So
Cool.
uh, we've been in contact with Jennifer, and she's excited, but needs to figure out her schedules.
Right, right.
Yeah.
No,
So
that would be really neat.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see the other fibers and, you know, what there is that's different about them, that sort of
yeah.
thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and we're gonna have Nelda on again Nelda from Love's Grace Alpaca. I mean, again, it's her alpaca that we're on before.
Yeah.
When I got to go watch the shearing, so that was neat to see how even the difference between shearing an alpaca and a llama. You would think they were pretty close to each other, but
Yeah.
nope,
Oh,
they
that's
get
interesting.
shorn differently.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fascinating, and um, I, it was really neat because it was a whole education thing. It was really fun. Not all of her animals get shorn every year.
Okay.
She grades them and judges them, and because if the weather gets too cold, it will actually kill them. Like they cannot be
Oh,
in minus 20-degree weather. So she needs to make sure that their hair is going to grow, or fur is going to grow back enough to
right,
keep them warm in the winter. And
right,
I go,
right.
who would have ever thought of that from where they come from? She
Right.
goes, yeah, it's just amazing. They do have to be barned.
Hmm.
They
Hmm.
have to be sheltered over the winter.
Very
So
interesting. But yeah, that makes sense.
So are you hoping to be at Olds this coming spring?
If I'm allowed to, yes. I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, I definitely will apply. So with it being a bit smaller of a venue, I know that Lori wants to give everybody a chance.
Mhm.
So I hope so.
Come
I like
anyway,
that one.
party and come to the pajama party.
yeah,
Absolutely. Yes.
yeah, that you missed out on this year. That apparently
Don't tell. I was at the pajama party last year.
I
Yeah.
was
Or
there.
this year.
that's right. Tara was there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. We're
that's
gonna
right.
do it
I go.
again.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got asked to do it as an annual thing. So every year we will be hosting the Friday night pajama party.
It was so much fun. It was nice.
That's good.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I just loved everybody's reaction to the party bags.
Right?
Candy necklaces. Okay, we're 12.
Pop rocks, yeah.
Pop
Exactly.
rocks.
It was the pop rocks for me, absolutely.
I think Carrie too. She just went nuts. She was texting me for days afterwards, going, "I found more."
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, it was fun.
Yeah.
Well, can you believe our half hour is up already? Our time is
wow.
up. It's
Wow.
just this is how our evenings go when we do this. It's just so exciting. But thank you for coming and sharing with us about that yarn habit, Tara. You know, as always, our mandate as Yabby Yaks is to get as much Alberta talent and business and, you know, awareness of the fiber world we have here in Alberta. And thank you for coming and being a part of that and sharing. And we will have to do a road trip and come up and visit with you.
Absolutely.
We can now do live on Facebook on YouTube. So we'll come do a live
Nice.
showing of your store.
Absolutely. I would love to have you, all three of you, and we can make a whole weekend of it too. We can plan something fun. So if you can make it this way, that would be wonderful.
Oh, I see Helen planning already.
I was just thinking.
If you ever want to come back on to introduce new color lines, just let us know.
I will for sure.
Yeah.
I will. Maybe when I get in some new weights and stuff, I'll reach out and that'd
For
be
sure.
wonderful.
We would love to have you come back on anytime. Just give us a note.
Yeah.
I will.
All right. And good luck
Or
with
if
your
you
new
just want to join us for a
color
night.
wave. Apparently, it sounds like it's going to be quite the hit. So,
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
and kudos to your consultant.
Yes, yes. I will let him know that it's been approved for sure. He'll be happy to hear that.
Yes, I'm going to have to show some little people this weekend when they're here and see what they like. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Well, we'll look
thank
forward to
you.
seeing everybody next time. Thank you, Tara. Lovely to have you on board.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
See you next time, guys.
Bye-bye.
bye, everybody.
Wheels are turning, the yarn's in tow. Through Alberta's fields where the wild winds blow. Connie threads tails with Helen spin. Kim's got the tea, let the chatter begin. The Abbey Yaks, they weave the sound of yarn and fiber all around. Knit one pearl, one story's flow. Tales of stitches everywhere we go.